Oh, hey guys, you followed me out here? It's kind of weird, following a guy. Anyway, I was just looking for some new content for my next video. Not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm looking anyway. As far as today goes, I want to try out my new barrel, see if it survives, and my hearing safety device, and then maybe we'll talk about some things I learned over the last couple of videos and maybe some interesting news that I've heard recently. Anyway, stay tuned. So first of all, the barrel. My last video, I broke my barrel. This is a new barrel that HERESY Design sent me, and there's a slight difference here that I noticed and I brought to their attention, and when they saw it, they realized what my issue with the first barrel was. The machining here on these lugs is slightly different. They just made it a little different, and I just wanted to contact them to see, at this point I was being a worrywart, see what was going on, ask them about that. They got back to me, actually called me on the phone. They actually called me and explained that that first one I had was from an early version, and during that short batch that they did, they had some machining issues with the gas port, and they'd cut it just a little past the tolerances or what have you. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was a small batch. I bought my last barrel from a retailer, so they may have had that one on the shelf for who knows how long. Anyway, it was bad to begin with. I just got a stinky one, and that's the way it is. So we're going to test this guy out today. The last barrel lasted 59 rounds. So I have 60 rounds, and as much as it pains me to use them all at once, for you guys, I'm going to do it because I love you. Next thing on the list, I had a commenter by the name of 0089Z asked me about my grip. I didn't even think about it when I was making those other videos. So today we're going to think about that, give my 2 cents on it, see what I think about that. And for Xmental 620, I don't know why you guys have such weird names. Why do you do that? It makes it so weird. He was very upset with me. He was very disappointed in me that I had a 300 Blackout and I didn't have a suppressor. So today we've got this. The Dead Air Sandman. Probably not the quietest one, but it's the one I wanted, and I don't care what you guys think about that. I care about what you think about some things, but not that. I wanted this. It's mine. Personally, I think after my first video, eForms, they watched and they saw how sad I was, and they got this thing sent to me early because it actually came 2 months earlier than I expected it. Thank you, eForms. You're very nice. And lastly, because this wouldn't be complete without it, we've got 2 different subsonic rounds to try. We'll see what it does. I watched a fellow YouTuber, he said these were the best. So we'll try those last. Hopefully these ones work. Hopefully they all work. I don't know. We're going to find out. And one thing I almost forgot to mention, maybe subconsciously it was out of embarrassment, but I didn't know what a pistol length gas port was. I always heard it, you know, people referred to it pistol length, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, cool, it's shorter, whatever. I don't know what that means. So the traditional Steyr one is about here. It runs our piston. This one is here. That funny cut that I kept seeing that I was all worried about is the opening for the gas port. I'm used to seeing them as a cylindrical machined opening. This one isn't. It's just kind of a weird, whatever, it's a thing. One of my commenters, he brought that to my attention, and I actually I actually ended up doing my homework and I found out that they measure from the chamber. So your pistol length is here, you've got your carbine length, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know that. So you guys get to learn with me. Maybe you probably already all knew that. You probably knew. I'm the only one that didn't know, probably. Well, whatever. I'm learning and you get to watch me learn. So join the journey. All right, guys. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to shoot that paper target over there. Just make sure my zero is still close to where it was. This is a whole different barrel. So this is Sonic 300 Blackout in the new barrel. See what it does. Let's try some 5.56. All right. 5 rounds of 5.56. Let's get that paper target. Let's just see what's going on here. We don't have quite the same results we had on that very first video, which is disappointing. I'm a little bit further right and down, but I also haven't shot the 5.56 yet. So let's see what happens here. I think for these last 20 rounds here, we should try our hearing conservation device and just see what it does to our zero down there. Look at this. Watch this. Look at this thing. All right, let's see what happens here. We've got the suppressor on. Regular 300 Blackout, 1900 feet per second. Let's see what happens here. We'll just shoot a few like this and then we'll get up and walk around. Quite a bit quieter. Well, after that total confusion, let's shoot that gong a little bit with that suppressor. That was pretty quiet, even with the sonic rounds. I moved you guys over there so you can kind of hear the blast and the bullet going past. We've got a camera down there. Let's just start shooting stuff. All this science nerd stuff is boring. So that, with the suppressor on, I'm actually aiming a little bit higher, a little bit to the left. It kind of moved, it changed my point there. Boy, that is so much quieter for my ears. That is just crazy. I think it's crazy. But this is also coming from someone that's never had a suppressor before. Yeah, I think as long as you're within 100 yards. Yes, as long as you're within 100 yards, I don't think you're going to need to change your sights. 12-inch gong, that's a kill zone for most North American mammals. If it's within that, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Shouldn't have messed around with all that gobbledygook over there. I should have just done this. Oh, that is lovely. And it's so quiet. It's so quiet. How many rounds do we have left? I don't know. I don't know how to count. I mean, look how far away we are still, guys. Look at this. What are you looking at? What are you looking at down there? Are you looking at this? Is that what you're looking at? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'd be looking at this too. That doesn't make sense. You're right. Look at this thing. What a handsome young man. I know you guys are you're probably all gonna yell at me in the comments, but after those first few rounds, I took out my earplugs. I don't recommend it. It's probably just because I work in a high noise environment. Maybe I'm already partially deaf, but this is not bothering me at all. I mean, the sound of that gong is way louder than this. We haven't even gotten to the sub rounds yet. What is going to happen here? So I missed 2 shots because I'm still in the habit of aiming low. The closer I get, these sights are dead on. Uh-oh. We may be done for. Oh, we got one left. We've got one left. Watch this. As George would say, watch this shot. Oh, the safety's on. George, gosh, dang. There. All right. Let's try some other stuff. So to start with, we're gonna run some of the Hornady Blacks. The little red tips there. And I still have the gas setting to full pass through, no restrictions. We'll see what it does. And we hit the target, and now it's very quiet. Okay, we might have had something there. What? We made it 5 rounds. That one didn't cycle. We didn't strip around. Let's try going. One. Setting in. See what that does. I'm surprised it did 5 rounds. I'm surprised it did any. Everybody was... The internet was saying it wasn't going to work. This thing is doing really well. Well, gas setting makes no difference. What's going on here? We had 5 perfect ones, and then now we're having issues. That one, I don't think. That one did not eject all the way there. That was the last round. Well, that's interesting. Those first 5 rounds were fantastic. And I was on the lowest setting for the first 5, and then it went all wonky. Well, reset it back to minimum there. Let's try these big guys. Look how big those are. Interesting. Very interesting. There we go. That sounded... Is that the last round? Did those work? They did. Huh. Okay. Well, guys, I don't know how scientific that was, but it was a lot of fun. Touch on a few things. Magpul grip, I love it. I'm very happy with it. Very happy with where it's located right there. It's comfortable. I feel like it's plenty of control. Your thumb rides on there, which is maybe unusual, but you could get some covers for it. I might get some covers for that. Suppressor, awesome. It worked great. It was actually quieter than I thought. Because everybody wants the super quiet one. They get those big, huge monster things. But I'm pretty happy with that. That was pretty quiet. What was the other thing? Oh. That was a lot of there. That was a lot of shooting. Let's take a look. We probably shot close to 100 rounds. No exhaust at all. I believe those guys. I think I just got the one from the goofy batch. And I didn't even baby this today. Usually I baby it like a little cute baby, but I didn't today. Very happy. Oh, what do you guys think? One bit of information that I was going to touch on and I just popped into my head at the last second when I was about to be done, but one of the commenters said that the Steyr 300 Blackout barrels were back in stock. So I went to the website and they had the green ones in stock, the others weren't. And reading on some forums and stuff, it looks like they come in and out of stock. So HERESY Design now has real competition. Steyr's in the game, apparently. I had thought it was going to be real limited production, but we'll see. I don't know. I'd be curious to see how they compare. The one thing Steyr doesn't have is the pistol length gas port, which I wonder if that's how we were able to cycle so well, even with this in just the regular position, because that Remington ammo, I never moved this. I had it in the same position that I have it in for the Sonic ammo. Didn't change it, didn't do nothing. This isn't really a super restrictive suppressor, so I don't know. Interesting. Well, food for thought. Hope you guys had fun. I think that's everything. I usually forget something, but until next time, love you guys.